This episode of the Wayang Crew podcast is brought to you by Times Cineplex. Hey guys, I'm Kev.
Yo, this is Del.
I am Tibby.
And Zainal here.
And we are
The Wayang Crew. Oh yeah.
Hey, welcome back everyone to another episode of the Wayang Crew podcast.
Woo!
Yeah, what's up guys? We're back. All of us are back. What happened?
There was
static.
Whoa.
You're electrifying, Zai.
Yeah.
Was that me?
I think it's you.
Woo!
Anyway,
Eardrums are fried.
we're all back this week. Well, almost all of us. Tibby has left us.
Can we not talk about it?
All right.
The wounds are still fresh.
Tibby won't be on this podcast, but we are joined by, I think, the rest of the Wayang Crew. First up, it's my co-host. It's Del.
Yes.
What's up?
Knackered.
Knackered because...
I'm not good at sleeping.
It's a skill he hasn't perfected yet.
After 30 odd years, and we just put on two nights of shows, so I am knackered.
You're knackered.
I am.
I'm just as knackered as you, if not more, because I walked a lot more than you did.
Oh,
Up and down the
is that how we're doing this? Is that how?
The tone has been set.
All right, next up, it's our other co-host of the Wayang Crew. She hasn't been on for a while. It's Neekay.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. I'm happy.
Okay. Okay.
No one's pointing a gun to her head, just in case our listeners are wondering.
Although it sounds like it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
All right.
And we're not on substances.
You were at the show as well?
Yeah.
Over the weekend?
Yeah. I'm happy that everything went really smoothly this time on the back end.
Yeah, because
behind the scene.
yeah, because for listeners out there, if you don't know, Nikkei is the head of everything that happens behind the scenes at our shows, because the rest of us are on the stage, so she's got to take care of everything else. I don't know if anyone's told you this, but you did a great job.
Thank you.
Right?
That's why I'm happy.
All right, up next, it's the latest addition to the Wayang Crew podcast. It's Khai.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up?
Nothing. I just realized that, TB's not here.
You just realized.
No, it's kicking in, Zai. I know the wounds aren't as big as yours, but,
It's huge.
Yay.
How do you think you did this weekend?
I did really good on Friday. For reasons I don't know.
Okay.
Saturday wasn't in my favor.
Okay, but overall, both nights, we had two good nights.
I'd say, yeah. We had one great night and one okay night.
Yeah. Looking forward
Great
to more.
and good. I think that's the word.
Great and good. All right, and finally, we have our big boss man. It's Zainal.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, Kev?
Oh, I'm good.
How are you? How's walking up and down?
I don't know.
Three nights?
My calf is a bit like...
Okay, you have 5 months of rest.
All right. Till the next one.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you happy? As happy as Nikkei?
Elated. Yeah, I'm very happy. I slept for the first time properly in weeks last night, because the show's out of the way.
All right.
And I thought overall it was a fantastic
It's like a
weekend.
big weight off the shoulder kind of thing, right?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, you got a load off.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm very happy.
There's a very sinister, big, wide smile on his face. So when's the next show?
We want to talk about the next show right away.
I mean, you might just drop it in
August.
Ooh.
Why August?
Because
When you say August,
when I say August,
why
not to be confused with
the name of the movie August?
I don't know where this is going.
There's no movie called August. There's one called
August Rush.
August Rush.
I haven't
Jink.
finished.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, we are, of course, a movie podcast where we talk about all things movies and, of course, movies that are playing here in Brunei Darussalam. We're not going to be reviewing a movie today because we've been so busy with the upcoming show that happened over the weekend. Almost all of us didn't manage to catch a movie, but I think Del, Nikkei, and Khai managed to catch one movie.
I watched Game Night.
Yeah.
I watched Game Night.
Yeah.
Okay,
Game Night.
so we can do a mini review of
All
Game
right.
Night
Right.
because it's still showing at the greatest cinema in Brunei, which is...
Time to
Oh,
play!
it's in the blur.
It's still showing there.
We're not
so-
sponsored by them.
We are.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Oh, so we're making it obvious? Okay.
Officially.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah.
Kev.
It says so right at the beginning of this episode.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, when you did the introduction. Yeah. TV's gone.
Let's remind everyone that.
Yeah, so we just made this up. We're going to be doing a mini review of Game Night, and today will be episode 4 of our Road to Infinity War series. We'll be talking about Iron Man 3 and Thor 2, The Dark World. Right?
Yep.
But first, let's get to the news on our weekly podcast here. And it's the big one for this week, and I think for like the year. We all watched the Avengers Infinity War trailer.
Best trailer of the year.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But that trailer did put a smile on my face.
That is a direct quote from like the trailer.
Bad.
It dropped 2 nights ago.
Yeah. Friday morning American.
Friday morning in America, so Friday night for us. We were busy doing the show, so we all held our breaths collectively and watched it after the show.
Collectively.
And
It was an assault on all fronts.
yeah,
Collectively.
it was awesome. We actually have a video of Khai watching the trailer and his reactions, and not just him. We've like the other comics who performed as well.
Yeah.
A couple of them, Safwan, Naz, and all that. And we may just put it up on our Twitter account, maybe if you guys want to check it out, or maybe we'll put it on YouTube.
Sure.
You should.
Maybe
Just to see Kai
just his reaction.
reacting
Yeah.
to.
I only reacted when Captain America showed up.
No, you did not.
You react throughout
Did you not see the whole thing?
It's laying the foundations for a surprise.
Have you seen Kevin's reaction to watching the video?
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
At the end, he just goes, "Not bad, not bad."
He's got no reaction at all.
I didn't want to give anything away because Del was like, I don't want to watch it. I'll watch it at
Yeah.
home. Anyway, we get to see a lot more of Thanos in this. I think he looks good.
Especially with the full armor. I wasn't a fan of the whole Vin Diesel Under Armour look. But the whole armor really sells me. That,
I know what you mean because in the Lego toys,
Yeah.
he also came with that.
full armor.
No,
The Vin Diesel,
Vin Diesel
Under
Under
Armour.
Armour.
Are you saying that look only suits Vin Diesel?
yeah.
Thankfully, only Vin Diesel.
So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with the Lego one.
But I think Del, I've seen some stuff on Twitter. I think there will be a set with him in the armor.
Yeah, that's how they get your money.
Not
They'll
my
sell
money,
this
your
with
money,
K-
Del.
K-
No money.
My money. They sell you one without full armor first, and then the other one next.
All right, we saw a lot more in this trailer. We saw a lot more of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. He's hanging off the side of a bus. He puts on a mask. We see more of Doctor Strange.
Yep.
And he's
We
getting-
also get to see the Black Order.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, the Black Order are Thanos. Basically, if Thanos was the apocalypse, the Black Order is 4 horsemen.
Yep.
So it's Cull Obsidian, Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, and Ebony Maw.
Yeah, so he's got these same invisible shard things that we saw in the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
And they're all piercing Doctor
Oh,
Strange.
that was the.
That was Ebony Maw, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, that was. But correct me if I'm wrong. There should be 5 of them, not 4. In the movie, we're only getting 4.
There should be 5, yes.
Why is that so, Kai?
Because I believe one of the others are tied up with a different studio.
Or
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh,
It's the same thing with the Kree and the Skrulls. I was amazed when they announced Captain Marvel would be about the
the Skrull.
Skrulls
Yeah.
because
Right.
that belongs to Fox.
Okay.
was
Okay.
like, oh, they don't
so
care.
there's a lot of deals happening behind the scenes, and
they're definitely.
we'll probably get more as we go
Oh.
along. Yeah.
Fox. Okay, then I'm wrong. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
We also see an updated Hulkbuster, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes.
It looks different. Yeah.
The Lego spoiled a certain element of the movie
I have not seen
from the picture. Yeah.
that. Oh, wow.
Okay. From like the box art, right?
The box art, yeah,
Yeah.
which is all out already in stores. So
Yeah. We finally see Peter Quill,
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord interacting with the Avengers, with Tony Stark.
Yep.
yeah, I'm eager to see that chemistry
Dynamic.
or lack thereof between Peter Quill and the Guardians, as well as with the rest of the Avengers. Because if you think about it, Peter Quill is the leader of
Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah.
and then now he has to play ball with Avengers.
And Tony Stark, who's
Yeah.
like, the so-called
The-
de facto leader at this
Yeah.
point of the Avengers team Iron Man. We see a lot more shots of Wakanda.
Yeah.
And
It's been already informed by the Russo brothers that the last act will be held in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. for anybody who's avoiding spoilers.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna put spoiler alert on the whole thing. Spoiler alert.
Before I actually say that sentence, you
Yeah.
put a spoiler alert.
Hey, I think
But
you
no.
can edit that out, right?
Maybe. You know.
Move it around. It goes like spoiler alert. They'll go something. And go spoiler alert. I don't know.
No, but
Tibby's gone.
no. What did I want to say?
The Russo brothers said that.
No. Because the final missing piece of the stone,
The Infinity Stone.
The Soul Stone.
the Soul Stone,
Yeah.
the Soul Stone should be in Wakanda.
Should be.
You still think so?
What was Shuri presenting on her palm in the trailer? That's got to be the Soul Stone.
It looked like
because
it looked like a face.
It looks like
No!
like
No, it's confirmed. There was a screenshot. There was a high resolution screenshot, and it was Vision's face with the.
Yeah.
Mind.
Oh, really?
Yes.
the Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone was highlighted in orange, and I'm guessing we're not gonna spoil a lot for
Yeah.
people who have not been spoiled. But Shuri was showing Vision.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
all
just
right.
leave it at
Okay.
that.
So overall good trailer.
Amazing. How have we not talked about Cap?
I was about to.
I was trying to, because some people might get emotional if we talk about Cap.
I cry.
No,
No. Tell me who these are.
Me. I cry in
when
trailers.
I saw so for a lot of people who don't know, Jim Starlin wrote Infinity Gauntlet in the early 80s, which was the story that inspired this film. And there is a gesture in the trailer where Gamora snaps her fingers. And that is a direct reference to when Thanos had the entire gauntlet in the comics, and when he snapped his fingers, the entire universe rewrote itself.
Okay.
It's a direct reference to that. And almost every solar system, almost every planet yielded to Thanos' rule.
Whoa.
Even Earth, except for Captain America. And in the comics, there's a very famous line Captain America tells Thanos, which is, if for even one person has not yielded in front of you, Thanos, then the entire universe has not yielded in front of you, because one person did not do it.
Ooh.
And the person who did not yield was Captain America.
Like the last guy.
He didn't yield like everybody else did, but he held on to his shield and he said, I'm not going to yield, you'll have to kill me. And Thanos
Killed him.
Right. So
No.
everyone else yielded by force, or
Because-
they chose to?
No, by force, because he said, if you don't yield, I'll destroy a solar system with 14 billion people on it.
Okay.
And Captain America was like, yeah, but you see, it's an ideology. Like,
Yeah.
you want me to kneel, but if I don't kneel, then only 99.999% of the universe yielded in front of you.
Yeah.
So when I saw that shot of Thanos directly fighting Cap, I got goosebumps, because that is such a good reference to that moment where Captain is the one man who's not afraid of him.
All right. Since you brought it up, we're gonna talk about the last couple of shots in the trailer, and we see Thanos throwing a punch and Captain America catching the gauntlet
With his bare hands.
with his bare hands, and he's resisting
Very
Thanos.
And Thanos
And
had this
Thanos
look.
is surprised, like,
Yes.
wait, how are you doing this?
Yes.
But he's not gonna make it.
And I could be wrong, but there also I think you guys know Captain America is the only person worthy to wield Mjolnir
He
We,
moved
in
it a
the
bit.
comics.
in the comic book.
yeah.
Yeah,
We-
not
we-
in the movie yet.
He almost did.
we
He
saw
almost
hints
did.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hints of
Yeah.
it.
Even
Age of
Thor was
Ultron.
like,
That was I thought that was like a playful thing and harken back to the comics.
Yeah, so I could be wrong, but there was a story where all hope was lost, but it wasn't Thanos who was the villain. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Galactus, where Captain America didn't have his shield anymore, and I think Galactus said something like, "You have nothing to beat me with." And then Captain America put his hand out, and Mjolnir flew into his hand.
What?
And he smacked Galactus with.
Whoa.
I could
Okay,
be wrong. I
but-
don't think it was Galactus.
Anyway,
but
that's the
someone.
comics. We're excited about this movie. It's a month and a bit away. Brunei will be showing it on April 26th.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Do get your tickets early at
Time Cineplex.
You can do it online. I don't know if they have bookings available online yet.
I hear a very reliable app development company in the country will be developing it for them.
Okay.
Just for this one.
That's good. That's
Just
good.
for this movie.
Just in time for the film, yes.
Just in time.
All right.
I may or may not work in said app development company.
So we have, we just talked about the Avengers Infinity War trailer. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out, where have you been? It's everywhere. Next bit of news, Peter Dinklage is now confirmed for Avengers Infinity War. We're back to where we came from.
Right.
We don't see, or we don't really know what he'll be doing. It's probably a voice credit, but his name is on the poster. So
A
it's...
voice credit or an actual character?
I would go with the voice for Ebony Maw.
No, it's already... Well, okay, it's not confirmed yet, but there is a voice actor for Ebony Maw
Really?
in the IMDb.
Oh, yeah.
With Peter Dinklage further up.
I think he's with Hawkeye and then that's why they
They do like an adventure somewhere else.
yeah. That's why they're not in the
Post
actual
credits.
Yeah,
trailer.
because Hawkeye, well, he apparently has a special role to play in Avengers Infinity War.
first one to die.
No. I think the set photos for Avengers 4 have debunked that.
Yeah, because he's still there for the next film.
Yeah.
That's been confirmed. But
He's just not in this movie.
yeah, and he hasn't appeared in any of the promotional.
No, he hasn't. No.
There
yeah.
is a poster with him in it.
A fan poster where
No. An actual. Wasn't he in one of the earlier posters? Earlier posters. No, maybe not.
I'm not sure. I don't think he has been in the
No?
posters because there was a
Wait a minute.
fan-made poster, and he appears in it. But
no, in the fan made poster, he's every character.
But anyway, the directors for Avengers Infinity War, Joe and Anthony Russo, have assured that Hawkeye will be seen in this movie and that the events of Captain America Civil War have put him in an interesting spot when Infinity War starts.
But what is with all this about Hawkeye not being in any of the posters and trailer? Because we don't see Ant-Man as well. But we all
that's
know
true.
Ant-Man is in it.
Well,
Do we?
Yes.
maybe
Yeah.
he's small.
So we can't see him in the poster.
Not yet.
Yeah. But I know what Peter Dinklage is gonna play. Yes.
What is he gonna play?
Bolivar Trask.
No, it's not though.
He's gonna
From
build an army.
Trask Industries?
Yes.
In X-Men Days of Future
But in
Past.
this universe, there
They are combining Fox and Disney, aren't they?
Dell does not reflect the opinion of the Wayang Crew.
All right, more on Avengers Infinity War. Now, Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos in this upcoming movie, he has seen 30 minutes of Infinity War, and he digs it.
Ah! What else is he gonna say?
I mean, if I was acting in a film, I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I was in that short clip we did for Brouhaha, which Khai directed. I thought that clip was awesome.
What else are you gonna say?
Yeah, what else is anyone gonna say?
Yeah. Do you think that, just because he's in the movie, he contractually is obliged to say, yes, it's awesome?
I think regardless of what happens, Infinity War is gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
That's so you see the degree of good will vary. Like for a lot of people it would deliver, for a lot of people it won't.
Yeah. That's exactly what James Cameron said about Genesis.
And look what happened there. Anyway, there's a chain in the US called AMC Theatres.
Yes.
Right? And they are going to have an Avengers Infinity War marathon. Now, this is not the first time they've done it.
No.
Apparently, they did it before for Avengers
Age of Ultron.
where they showed all the MCU movies, and the last movie would be the movie that is upcoming.
The premiering.
and the premiering, and that's like probably a midnight screening.
Yeah.
So everything is back timed, and because there are now 10 years of MCU films.
Yeah.
The whole marathon will last longer than a day. All right,
31, I think.
31 hours back to back, including Avengers Infinity War. That will be the last movie. So they are going to be starting off at Iron Man from 2008, and it's all the way, and the last movie will be Avengers Infinity War. You think we should do something like this here?
Not in a day.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's the thing. Sensory overload, right? Like you watch 18 movies, guaranteed by the 19th you'll be bored.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
tired or exhausted.
Yeah.
I think the best policy is to watch it one movie a day.
One movie a day.
Yeah.
But I mean, when AMC is doing this, right? How are they selling tickets?
They're
Do they
selling
sell
the
for the
package.
whole
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
It's a package, so you buy
So
into
you
it.
walk
You don't
in
buy
and out.
slots. You can't buy slots.
You can't buy slots. You get like a nice gold pass.
Yeah.
And then I think you get like a unlimited popcorn and
Yeah.
drinks.
Best
And
Do we know how much that costs?
I have no
It's
idea.
120 American. No. It's about 200 American.
$200.
I could.
Screen Junkies. If you don't know who they are, check them out on YouTube. They did, I think, a full coverage of Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Where they sent all their guys to go and watch it, and they had reactions after every movie, and you can see like they're just being worn out. As things go
Yeah.
along, and then
Oh
they start
my
they start
God.
falling asleep. When it comes to like the middle bit of like the MCU films. I'm more than willing to try this if you guys want. Maybe not full, but as you said, maybe one a day.
Yeah, I do one a day.
Yeah, my house is open, so just let
He
me
also
know.
has a sweet 4K setup. I'm just saying.
Hey.
It's just for everyone who's listening on the podcast.
He only has 4 chairs. Yeah.
Yes, watch this.
You
All
should
right. Yeah?
Start charging whoever walks
I
in.
can't charge my friends. No, it's not right.
No, we're talking about the audience.
Anyway,
It's too late.
we're gonna be sticking with the MCU on this one. Next bit of news: Black Panther's Forrest Whitaker. He was in the movie. He knows how he could return for a sequel.
Why?
Spoiler alert.
No. I mean, this is his theory. This is.
Yeah, but for those who has not watched Black Panther, I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like if somebody's not watched Black Panther, they shouldn't be listening to this podcast.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
So much attitude.
Yeah.
So much sass.
yeah. It's just like,
Seen
you
Khai right
don't
now.
like that? Don't. Let me guess.
Press stop right now.
Yeah. Ancestral plane.
Yeah, you're right. That's how he thinks he could come back. He said, and I quote, "It would be like an Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of thing." Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Like a Force Ghost?
That's what Forrest
I mean,
Whitaker said.
I know he was in Star Wars. Let's not, you
Yeah.
know.
So, do you want to see him back,
I feel like his character served his purpose.
Yeah, same.
like start to finish, and then that's it. How he goes in Black
Yeah.
Panther is
Yeah.
that he shouldn't come back.
No, I feel-
I don't feel like he's a very key role in
No.
it.
Honestly, I wouldn't even bring back the ancestral plane. I don't think that T'Challa has anything to
No.
learn from his dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
You don't have to go back into
He,
that.
he
thing.
became his
You're
own
right.
king.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they have more to learn from Killmonger.
It'd be weird if he appears in the
No, I
Because I wanted Michael B. Jordan
I
back.
was literally going to ask, are you a Michael B. Jordan fan?
All right, next bit of MCU news: Jeff Goldblum, who plays the Grandmaster in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He wants to team up, on screen with his
brother. Oh yeah. I
in
would
the
love to see
MCU,
that.
which
Oh, man.
is the Collector, played by Benicio del Toro.
Ah.
So apparently in the comics they are siblings.
They're the elders of the Marvel universe.
They're the elders.
They are so different in personality.
Yeah.
But
No,
there's
all
this,
brothers are the same.
there's that streak of eccentricness in the both of them.
Yes.
Because they're so old.
Yeah. You have Benicio del Toro who does the whole.
Yeah,
That- and then-
Kevin just did a gesture.
Yeah, and then you have the Grandmaster who's just Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, basically.
It's just him. At that point, he's not even acting anymore.
It's the easiest $3 million he's ever made.
Yeah.
Like, he has to go through more effort to play Dr. Malcolm on Jurassic World.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, I'd be open to this because it's been talked about that they are siblings, and I would just like to see them interact, in any way, shape, or form.
And I want to know which of them thinks the other one is the family disappointment.
So one became effectively a museum,
A pawn shop guy.
Pawn shop guy.
Pawn stars.
and then another one is a sensationalist.
Ryan Seacrest, basically.
All right. We all know that Hugh Jackman has announced that he's retiring from the role. He's not playing Wolverine anymore after Logan last year. And a lot of Hollywood stars have expressed their interest in filling that role, should the time
course.
come. One of these people who has very recently said so is Scott.
Tommy was
Scott
That's the Joker.
Scott Eastwood.
What a story, Kevin.
Yeah. Scott Eastwood.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think he would make a good Wolverine.
He'll make a great Wolverine.
Yeah.
He is unknown
He's
to me.
too smiley to be Wolverine.
No.
What? Eastwood.
Eastwood. He's Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah.
He has
And-
this little smiley face.
Really? But
Yeah.
maybe pull the sideburns a bit further down.
Yeah, the sideburns can
Yeah.
go down.
I mean,
But then he is too good looking.
Tell us,
Okay,
tell
wait,
us more,
wait.
though.
Let me rephrase.
No,
Who else
He
is in that
too-
club?
He is too clean cut.
too
clean cut.
All right.
He's not rugged enough.
I always thought Scott Eastwood would be a perfect Green Lantern.
And Green Lantern is a clean cut character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an Air Force guy. So whenever I see Scott Eastwood, I'm like, such a missed opportunity.
Oh well. Here's someone else who has expressed interest in
Shia
playing
LaBeouf.
No.
What?
I just thought I would get it out of the way.
Who has expressed interest in playing Wolverine should the time come? You guys watch The Walking Dead?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, there's an actor called Tom Payne in it, and he plays a
Jesus.
character
Called
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, he
Jesus.
plays a character whose nickname is Jesus on the series, and he said that he would be well up for playing Wolverine.
The guy
No,
with the
no.
always perfect straight hair.
Ah,
Yeah.
Jesus. I
was
can't think
good.
of his face now.
oh well, it's okay, it's fine.
Okay.
Because we're just gonna breeze past this.
Right.
Because no, there's only one Wolverine to me, and his name is Hugh.
He's one of the greatest showmen, yeah.
Yeah, nicely done. All right, switching camps to DC. And now we've all rumored and talked about this movie on the show. Is it happening? Is it not happening? Is he staying? Is he not staying? But apparently now the solo Batman movie is rumored to start filming next year, 2019.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Starring?
Ben Affleck.
That's not said. They're not sure whether he will stay on as the role.
Army Hammer.
But the movie itself apparently is going to start filming next year. But no word and no confirmation that Ben Affleck will stay as Batman, which is a shame, really.
Does it mean if they're doing a Flashpoint? Does that mean that what's that? Dean Morgan,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
is
Jeffrey Dean
gonna
Morgan.
be Batman.
Well, here's a bit of news for you. I'm going to have to move this up a bit because you just mentioned it. Now, Jeffrey Dean Morgan has also expressed interest and said that he would be thrilled to play Batman in Flashpoint.
He needs to.
Yeah.
He has to.
'Cause he's-
Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Does
know.
that mean Maggie? I don't know the actress name. Maggie
Lauren
Walking-
Cohan.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna be the Joker.
She
then?
should be, yeah.
All right.
She was Martha Wayne.
I know. And then, yes, but this is getting ridiculous.
All right. Joker. We mentioned Joker. Now, we all saw Tommy Wiseau's Joker audition tape.
Not enough times, yes.
Not. So, if you haven't, it's a made-up audition.
No, it's an actual audition.
It's an actual audition.
his
It's
audition.
an actual audition.
Like,
Whoa, he didn't do it as a joke, Kev.
really?
You know
Okay.
this, right?
Yeah, you know that, right? Like,
I thought
he
it was
doesn't think it's a joke.
no, he doesn't think it's a joke. He actually, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Wiseau actually made an audition.
Yeah.
Which I believe Nerdist paid for.
Nerdist paid for, and it was
and he's
put
been-
out on Nerdist news channel.
Yeah,
on
and
YouTube.
he's actually using that to campaign for a role as the Joker.
No,
I follow him on Twitter, and I'm not kidding when he says he wants to be the Joker.
I thought it was a joke.
No, he doesn't joke.
He
No.
even shout out to the director.
Todd Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
On
Okay.
Twitter.
But where I'm getting at is that when we first heard hints of this, might be, he wants to play the Joker, I said I want to see an audition tape, and now it's real. And if he didn't have the accent and if he didn't talk, he would sort of look like the Joker a little bit.
So like a deaf version of the Joker.
I don't know.
A
I
mute
don't
version of the
know.
Joker.
At the state where DCEU is
Oh,
at
this is
right
gonna be
now,
savage. This is
I
gonna be
would go
savage.
for this Tommy Wiseau's Joker. I
Wow.
would watch it.
Really?
Yes. At this stage, where DC
Thanks,
is
Dad.
at.
To be fair, I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
just give me something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him the Joker. I would give him another name, but make him exactly the Joker. Simply because you don't want to go like among the list of the greatest performers for this character is, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill, Heath Ledger, Tommy Wiseau.
Oh no.
So like call him
Oh,
something
yeah.
else, but make him the Joker.
Trickster.
Okay.
Yeah, he could be the trickster.
Trickster. Okay, here's someone else we don't want probably to return to the DCEU. Jesse Eisenberg says that he is down to return as Lex Luthor.
But he is in Justice League.
And Injustice
was.
Gang.
Yep, he was.
So, why not?
I'm okay as long
I'm
as
surprised that this actually is a news.
Yes.
Because I
Are you
would have
looking
thought...
at? Are you looking at Kev? Like
No.
Kev.
It's like,
Why-
Kev, how dare you?
No, I just mean that I would have thought that he would be coming back.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there was a film festival called the SXSW.
South by
South by
Southwest.
Southwest.
South by Southwest, and yeah, he was there, and he was asked by Variety about how he got involved in the project, which was the DCEU, and whether he would be reprising his role as Lex Luthor in the DCEU. And he said, yeah, I hope so. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea is the truth. Like, I love playing the character. Probably in terms of movie acting, it's the most enjoyable character I've had the opportunity to play. So that's what he said. So he hopes so. So I don't know whether anything is confirmed.
So
I don't
here's
think
the
it's
thing with Warner Brothers right now. They have a bunch of movies that they have a bunch of things they have their eyes on,
Yeah.
which include an Injustice Society, etc., which is the post credits of Justice League. Basically, tease the Legion of Doom / Injustice Society.
Yeah, because he wants a league of his own now. And, yeah.
League of his own. So what happened is that Warner Brothers is greenlighting, I think, 2 films at a time.
Okay.
So they're doing Shazam now, Wonder Woman 2 next.
Okay. Yep.
And then when that's out of the way, they'll do Suicide Squad, and then they'll do
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
Okay.
And then that's out of the way, and then they'll see how. So it's make 2, post-produce 2, release 2. So they're doing that now. And I think if the next 4 to 5 movies are okay, then I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead with the Legion of Doom.
Okay. You mentioned Flashpoint. Next bit of news. Now, DC's Flashpoint is apparently rumored to be filming in Vancouver. That's in Canada.
Oh, that's where Shazam is filming.
Yeah, it looks like Warner Brothers and DC Films' upcoming Flashpoint movie could be headed to Canada. According to Omega Underground, they've learned that the upcoming DC film could be shooting in Vancouver. And while the information has yet to be confirmed, there's precedent for Warner Brothers filming in the area because Zack Snyder filmed Watchmen there in 2009.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's just a bit of news, which is further fueling the whole thing about Flashpoint actually happening.
This time around, yes.
I think. What would you expect from Flashpoint?
It would undo everything in the last 4 or 5 films.
It will cancel out.
It's a soft,
Which is everything.
Yeah.
it's a soft reboot.
It's gonna be like the day of Future Past for the X-Men.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
So we're just gonna pretend Zack Snyder didn't happen.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
It's a shame. Although, the way they parted is really, I think everyone's sour about it, and then we don't know who is in the right or
Yeah.
What actually happened.
Because
actually
every camp has their own version of it, and
But I'll go with statistics, and I think statistically, Warner Brothers has had more problems.
Yeah. But then statistically, Warner Brothers had more successes in movies in general.
No, I'm talking about the DCEU in general.
Well, yeah.
There are
But-
movies that Zack Snyder was not involved with that were not good.
okay.
Like Suicide Squad.
Well, if you're talking about the DCEU, then yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But if you're talking about the whole DC,
Oh, no. There's the Christopher Nolan trilogy.
yeah, exactly.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Right, more on DC. Superman. Now, Nicolas Cage will finally play Superman
Yes.
in the Teen Titans Go
Animated film.
animated movie.
Oh, okay. I was like,
But he's like in his late 40s now.
50s.
He's in 50. He's in his 50s. He's gonna be voicing Superman in
Yes,
a
Yeah.
Kevin, I'm going to be voicing Superman.
in a kids movie.
I want to see how he does it.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I love
hear
that
it.
documentary they did about
I
that.
am Superman.
Yeah, I love the documentary they made. I think everybody's here seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah.
It's amazing. I love
It's amazing.
It. It's so good.
From the fitting and everything,
Yeah,
and you're like,
so good.
oh, and then
Everything went downhill.
would you watch this Teen Titans Go movie?
So I was a fan of the Teen Titans animated series that ran for about 5 seasons.
Okay.
And then they rebooted the same characters in a more kid-friendly fashion called Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I thought it was really kidsy for me until there was this one brilliant episode where the Teen Titans meet, I can't remember who the character is, and then he goes, in another world, you guys were cooler. And then they played an episode from the previous Teen Titans to this Teen Titans, and they watched themselves on TV and they were like, oh, I was so much more cooler back. Like, it's so meta.
There was self-parodying.
Yeah, it's so
itself.
tongue-in-cheek. You're like, wow, this is amazing. And
Alright.
so now this is the reason I'm excited to watch these animated movies, because for all I know they're gonna reference Nick Cage as Superman.
Ah, as the real life Superman.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of references.
There's probably gonna be like, a poster in the back or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So I'm excited to see it.
Okay, all right. Oh, let's move on to Star Wars. Well, the Star Wars universe. And the theater standee for the upcoming Solo movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's really cool because it's the Millennium Falcon.
It's the cockpit, is it?
The cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
And it's from the inside facing out.
Oh.
And then you see the control panels and everything.
Wait,
and
so where do I sit? I sit in the cockpit.
you sit in the cockpit.
facing the people
well-
walking by, or facing into the standee
Facing
itself?
the people walking by, because all the character standees from Chewbacca to Han Solo, they're all facing outwards as if they're standing next to you in the cockpit of the Falcon.
It's something like the first picture they released when it was still under the two directors. The
Phil
first-
Lord and Christopher
yeah,
Miller.
The first
Yeah.
picture that they released, everyone was in the cockpit,
Yeah.
Yep.
looking out,
Similar.
something like that.
Something like that. I saw it. It was on a Twitter post, and it was a time lapse video of them putting it together. It looks really cool. I hope Time Simplex has one, because then I'll probably try and steal it.
You hear it here first. If it goes missing,
All right, another movie that's coming out this month in March is Ready Player One. Now, this is slated to come out at the end of March. And, well, despite all the Twitter backlash, because, you have, like, the super fans of the book, and they're all saying, nah, this is, Steven Spielberg's gonna ruin it and whatnot. The first reactions to this movie are positive.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Overwhelmingly positive.
You mean suspiciously positive?
Okay.
Almost to the point, maybe, because there are a lot of Twitter posts about this movie for people who managed to catch an early screening. You have people saying things like, Ready Player One is classic Steven Spielberg. It got the references, the tenacious effects, or the ferocious effects and the great 80s soundtrack, sure, but also the charm, the heart, the humor, and a fantastic Alan Silvestri score. I loved it, and so did this South by Southwest crowd. Be excited for it.
I love the
I
book.
guess-
Love the book.
Oh, really? You read it?
Yeah, but
I couldn't
I've
finish
been burnt in the past with the book adaptations and stuff, so I'm not really looking.
Well, this is a new one because the last one was It, and you love It, right?
Oh, it was really good.
So it will be a new thing for books adaptation, I think.
We'll see.
We'll see.
how it goes.
Are you, anyone here?
I'm very cautious.
It's in my top 5.
Yeah, it's in your top 5.
It's in my top 5.
Anyone else here excited for Ready Player One? 'Cause
I am.
I am, but I'm also realistic.
I might as well say it up front now. I actually kind of auditioned for the role in the film.
Really?
What?
I did.
In
You
LA?
did?
Yeah.
In LA?
What?
Yeah, before the casting was over, I auditioned for like a role, and I didn't know it was Ready Player One.
So what was it?
What was
did
the
you have to do?
role?
What did you do?
What did you have to do?
I had to read lines
How do you know it was Ready Player One?
because so they don't give you real lines.
Yeah.
You guys seem more amazed than I thought you should be.
Yeah, well, we are.
You didn't tell us this.
Well, it wasn't relevant until the film came out.
I mean, I'm sitting with someone who almost
Wasn't Ready Player One? Yeah,
no, who
so I
almost
think
was famous.
I think
You were
they
pedestrian tree. You could have been pedestrian tree.
I
See
think
the IMDb page.
I think they were casting to populate the Oasis.
Yep. Okay.
But I thought it was like a joke. I thought the whole thing was a joke. It was called RPO audition. Like, so it said RPO character audition. I was like, this is a joke.
Wait
like,
a minute. You told me this.
I think I did.
Oh yeah, on in text form. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
So I was like, oh, this can't be real. They're not actually they're not having an open casting search for Ready Player One. And it really was.
Oh.
Yeah. I sent an audition, and then obviously I didn't hear back. I feel like I need to clarify that. But it's just fun to like, I could have gotten like pedestrian 3.
What could have you done better?
Huh?
Let's.
I don't know what it was.
They weren't looking.
I really don't know. Like, so they gave me like 5 lines. And I read those 5
They
lines.
gave you the line from Apu the Simpson.
No, they didn't. If they did, I would have been in the film.
So bad.
Yeah. I auditioned for Ready Player One, so it's gonna be fun to see who gets like.
All right.
To see someone who looks like you.
but more qualified.
Like every
Shave.
shot in there, you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
could have been me.
Yeah,
That could have been me.
No.
That
I'm
totally could've been
obviously,
me.
I think it was gonna be one of those like background characters. Like they cast the film more than a year ago.
Yeah, true,
so
true.
it was
true.
like a background character.
All right.
Even that you couldn't get.
I couldn't get that, Dale. Like, why do you think I'm on the podcast?
No, you told me it was something to do with like, are you from the US? And then you say no, and then like, oh, okay, never mind. I thought you remember telling me this. Or was that something else?
That was another one.
Anyway,
You auditioned for two.
audition.
I auditioned a bunch of
Jurassic
times.
World.
we have more stories
Yeah.
to talk about after this. Next bit of news. Anyone here fans of the Fantastic Beasts and where to find the movie?
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Not particularly.
I am a fan of the universe, the Harry Potter universe, and I like adult wizard fighting than the kids fighting the Harry Potter. So yeah.
Okay, I didn't mind the first movie. I thought it was okay. They just unleashed a new poster. Did you guys see this for the...
No, I saw the trailer.
You saw the trailer. Okay, the poster is Eddie Redmayne, who plays Newt Scamander in the front, and right behind him, back to back, is a
Tommy
much
Wiseau? No, right.
is a much younger Dumbledore.
Jude Law.
Jude Law is playing him.
Right.
I'm not excited, but I will watch it.
The poster didn't do anything for me though. It's
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
The trailer looks good though.
The trailer looks. Yeah, the trailer did look good. I was quite impressed. So yeah, I will see it.
All right.
I won't see the poster.
Zainal, Khai,
I'm looking for the poster.
I didn't watch the first movie.
oh,
It's a good film.
it's a good film. Khai said that to
Kai thumb
Zainal.
of approval.
Without even looking up, he just pointed. That's a good movie.
It's a good. No, I can't find the poster.
I will still
Can't
watch
be
it
that.
because like I love Harry Potter.
I don't know how to Google that. I'm sorry.
You should go to their
That's why you
movie
didn't-
blog.
That's why you didn't get the part.
Exactly. It's like can you Google
Someone who
what-
knew how to Google.
Yeah. it's like, what's a
Can
Google?
you use go? Oh, never mind.
All right.
I have Bing.
Someone mentioned Shia LaBeouf earlier on in the show.
I did because
You
we
did.
know what's coming up.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf calls Transformers movies irrelevant.
To what?
Well,
In terms of like
That is a very good question.
what in social impact?
Yeah, it's like we don't need politically. We don't need Optimus Prime.
he said my hang up with those films was that they felt irrelevant. Okay, he told this to Esquire magazine. They felt dated. You come up on these stories about Easy Rider and Raging Bull, played by guys like De Niro and made by Scorsese, and you find value in what they do. Meanwhile, in the Transformers series, you're chasing energon crystals. It's very hard to keep doing what you're doing when you feel like it antitheses the purpose on this planet.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
he's going through an awakening.
He's been going through this for like 5 years.
Some people take longer.
It's a process.
No, but then you see, if you see where he left, when he left the project,
It was
on
still
the
at its
third
height.
one.
Yeah, it was the height.
Yeah, so he's smart because after that it went all downhill.
It went downhill.
So fast.
Yeah.
Faster than Energon crashing onto Earth.
So am I right in saying that, by him saying this, he's maybe distancing himself from the franchise?
He's trying to be Leonardo, trying to grow up.
Leonardo
Okay.
from what?
From
Titanic.
Titanic.
He can never shed that image. My mom still calls him Jack. I was watching The Revenant.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, hey, look, it's Jack. I'm like, how do you
Jack's getting mauled.
and then I'm like, how do you recognize him? He's got a beard. She's like, I will never forget those eyes.
He can lose a head. I could still recognize him.
All right, final bit of news on this episode of the Wayang Crew podcast. Marvel is selling replicas of the Avengers Infinity War film crew baseball cap. And I want one.
I want one.
Oh.
I want anything that is Infinity
They're
War.
sold out.
You tricked us.
Of
This
course.
is MCU news again.
Yeah. So who's really sponsoring the cap? Who's really sponsoring here? Who's sponsoring this podcast out of Brunei?
Like moving on to DC. Nope, we're coming back in MCU.
There's an article about it. It looks cool in the photos. I clicked onto the Disney online store. It's sold out.
There's always eBay.
Oh,
They've
sold
sold
out.
out. Yeah,
Well,
well,
they always can reprint it and
I
sell
want
more.
the cap that Tom Holland wears.
which cap
one?
is that?
I don't know, whatever one it is.
I just want the scent.
Ew. Okay, I get it now. All right, so that's the news this week on the Wayang Crew podcast. If you want to get in touch with us here on the show, you can do so via our Gmail account. That's thewayangcrew@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Now we're going to get to the next bit of the show, which is a mini review. We're going to do a very quick 5-minute thing about game nights.
Right.
Right, so Del, Nikkei, and Khai checked out Game Night. Zainal and myself did not, so we will be oblivious to whatever you guys are mentioning regarding this movie. So Del,
It's about let's see, three sets of couples who are always doing game nights, and then one Jason Bateman's brother played by Chandler.
Kyle Chandler.
Not Chandler Bing.
Not Chandler Bing, who came back from a trip and joined them for one game night, and he set it up to a different level where it's more realistic, and then they have to go out searching for clues and whatnot.
yeah.
But then at the same time, the Kyle Chandler's character has offended somebody because he stole something, and they want it back, and then they kidnap him. So everything like mishmashed together, and they thought what is real. They thought is a game.
It's a game.
Yeah,
Okay,
I found this movie refreshingly funny, especially when it's directed by the two directors who did Vacation, which was horrible, and they really surprised me that they were able to. Their direction in this movie actually is very different from anything I've seen in a comedy movie.
The long shots are pretty crazy.
The long shots, but also
They look like they're miniatures, but they're not.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
But then also the movement of camera in one scene, in like a, it slides from one angle to the other angle. I thought that was pretty creative in a comedy movie.
In a comedy movie.
Yeah.
So there's real production value to this.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting.
Okay. What did you think of overall as a comedy?
It's really good.
It's really good.
I laughed from beginning until the end, and especially when the three sets of couples had great chemistry, and they really played it up.
Okay. Nikkei?
It's I think so far this year is the best comedy. I love the neighbors the neighbor's character, the police guy, he's the best.
Jesse Plemons, yeah.
Every time he's on screen, it's just so funny. It's
It
like,
turns into a horror flick.
yeah,
Okay.
but it's so funny. He just stood there and not say anything, and it just makes
He's deadpan
everything,
the entire time.
He just makes everything so much better. It's so good.
That's what the director did well, I think, because when Jesse Plemons showed up, somehow the tone shift into something more of a suspense instead of comedy.
So like more serious. Well, like-
More suspenseful.
Suspenseful.
But in a comedic way. I
Okay.
don't know if that makes sense.
I like the film, but I had a problem with the third act.
Yeah. Third act.
I was like,
There's one.
they kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah,
They were
a
just
little
okay,
bit.
no, we gotta explain everything.
Yeah.
So they went on this route of exposition. It was funny. I loved Bill Magnuson, I think.
Yeah, that's a great character.
Yeah, he was really good. But I had a bit of a problem with the third act. But overall, it's definitely one of the better films I've seen in the cinema this year, especially compared to Tomb Raider.
Oh,
No.
you've seen that? Okay.
All right. So there you have it. That's a mini review of Game Night, which is still showing.
Still.
I think in cinemas, and you know if you haven't watched it, you should check it out at
Time.
Time
Time
Cineplex.
Cineplex.
Zainal and myself might check it out.
Yeah.
We'll see if we have the time.
Time.
Overall, just a very quick rating from all three of you.
7.
8.
7-5.
Okay, that's out of 10, right?
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 7.5. So you're in the region of 7.5. So there you go. Next up, we're going to be talking about 2 movies in our ongoing series. This is the 4th episode that we're doing on the road to Infinity War. Today we'll be talking about Iron Man 3 and Thor 2: The Dark World. Let's start off with Iron Man 3. This is after the first Avengers movie,
Yeah.
right?
Directly after.
And this is the film where we catch up once again with Tony Stark, and we see that he has PTSD because of Avengers, and he's feeling very insecure. He starts making dozens and dozens of suits for different purposes, all because of his insecurity and the fact that he's now realized that it's so much more than just what is here on Earth. Like there are aliens now, and there's a bigger threat. Let's start off with anyone. Del, Khai?
I hate the film.
Would you like to elaborate a little bit?
Would you like to?
We don't have enough time.
No?
I hate this movie.
Passionately dislike.
This movie is the only Marvel Cinematic Universe film that I only watched once in the cinema.
Ah, okay.
Everything else I've watched
Multiple times.
at least twice.
At least twice.
Wow.
This movie, I've only watched it once, and I tried watching it again the other day, and I was reminded of what a stinking pile of garbage this is.
Okay, because in this movie, we're introduced once again, to the characters that we know, which is Tony Stark. He's now insecure. Pepper Potts is back. She's still around, and she's now taken control of the company, Stark Industries. He's taken a backseat role. We are also given hints to the villain, the supposed villain in this movie, which is the Mandarin, which, if I'm not wrong, is
Ben Kingsley.
Iron
It's
Man's-
actually Guy Pearce, Aldrich Killian.
It's sorry. But the Mandarin is supposed to be his arch nemesis from the comics.
Yes.
So
it's
basically, the Mandarin was a supernatural character created in about 60s or 70s for Iron Man, and he conquered what was called the 10 Rings.
Yep.
And in Iron Man 1, the organization that kidnaps Tony Stark is called the 10 Rings.
Yep.
So I thought that was a very good build-up. And when Ben Kingsley finally looked like the Mandarin, I thought this is going to be amazing.
Okay.
And then he turned out to be an actor.
Yep. Hired by Aldrich Killian.
Aldrich Killian.
Sorry.
Eventually went on like the 80s villain cheese route and said, I am the Mandarin. And then he like spewed out nanotechnology. That was fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm trying to redeem this movie. Hang on. Oh, I can't.
Oh.
I liked it. I like the movie. It's a Shane Black movie. It's a Shane Black superhero movie
Called
and
Iron Man 3.
It is a
3.
Yeah. It's like Thor Ragnarok. It took a different direction from the previous 2 movies. So Marvel is trying to do something, right? And then they obviously didn't succeed that well.
Yeah. Okay.
They created the Mandarin in this version only because, well, they said that the Mandarin from the comic book is too racist to bring it to the big screen and in this era.
They couldn't rewrite.
They could,
Thank you, Zainal.
they could rewrite, but this is how they did it.
Yeah, but you
So
see,
you
my
took a
problem
chance.
lies in the inner world politics. So, Trevor Slattery, played by Ben Kingsley, specifically shot a person on live TV while the President of the United States watched it on Air Force One. When he was confronted by Tony Stark, he said, "I didn't hurt anyone." I think he said something like,
It was an actor.
No,
Yeah.
he said he was an actor.
Yeah, he said
he was an actor.
He's an actor. I've not hurt anyone. But I'm like, you literally just shot a guy on TV. And he goes, I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, that really doesn't sound right. Like, I felt
But
like
he's
for
under
the purpose
influence?
of a joke.
Well,
like,
the thing is, I'm not defending the character, but
you don't have to be defensive. It's fine, Kevin. Go ahead.
he could have been, because he is exposed to be under the influence a lot of the times, and he has a lot of depth. So this is this is an easy life for him. So he's treated as this actor, and no one talks to him on set, and so he thinks it's all special effects. It could be. So he could have been lied to behind the scenes, because as an actor he would have just shown up, read the lines, pulled the trigger, and went, "Oh, that's really good effects," and then walk off.
Yep, that's
You
what.
know, so I
This
see where Dell's
really
coming from.
makes me hate the film even more.
I'll say this: this is Shane Black's weakest movie because everything else he's done or that I've seen,
I mean,
really,
he
really
redeemed
good.
himself with The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys,
Yeah.
one of the best movies of that year.
Yeah.
But then I thought the last act was good as well for Iron Man 3 with all you see all those Iron Men coming out.
he
to
called all
fight.
the suits and
Yeah, that was entertaining. I wouldn't say this is like a really good movie, but I still enjoyed it for what it was.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Funnily enough, this is an Iron Man film, but you don't see a lot of Iron Man.
No.
You see a lot more of
Well,
Tony
you
Stark.
see a lot of Iron Man in the third act.
Yeah, well, they make up for it,
Iron
I guess.
Which he destroyed because of the house party protocol.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
whoop-de-doo in Avengers 2, they're all there.
Yep.
Zainal, do you remember much about this movie? Zainal? No.
Not at all.
Do you remember not liking it?
I remember not enjoying it
Okay.
because when Iron Man first came out, it was a huge thing.
Yeah, and then
Engineering and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, amazing! And then I really wanted to enjoy Iron Man 3.
What about Iron Man 2?
I was alright with it.
you're all right.
But I thought, they're gonna close out Iron Man 3 is gonna be amazing. And it was not. And then I tried reading a summary of it for this podcast, and I couldn't get through it. Like, oh,
Just a summary.
Just a summary.
Wow.
Like two paragraphs in, and like, oh god.
I think when it comes to...
I'm getting PTSD.
yeah, I was just gonna say, when it comes to this whole existentialist, PTSD, character-driven stuff, it works in an indie movie. But it just won't work in a blockbuster on the
Big budget,
Yeah.
the budget that they do.
Like, it's like, what if we watch Shia LaBeouf in Transformers 7 or 6, and suddenly he's like traumatized with his years at Optimus Prime? We wouldn't care.
I don't think it would have been trauma from, being with Optimus Prime. I think it's trauma from Optimus Prime disregarding him completely after
After that,
I thought we had something.
Yeah, this cross-examination of this damaged psyche doesn't work in, like, Iron Man.
Nikkei, what did you think of Iron Man 3? We haven't heard much from you about.
I don't like it.
Right, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
We've got 2 people on this podcast now who are okay with it, and 3 people who did not like it. I think, okay.
This podcast do not enjoy this movie. In conclusion.
I didn't like how Pepper Potts was the one who saved Tony Stark and all that whole scene with her superpower and everything.
Yeah, because she gets injected with the extremist formula, and then
I forgot
It's
they
not
called it
even-
extremist.
it's
Extremist with an
Extremist.
S, right?
I
Extremist,
forgot they
MIS.
called it
he
extremist.
was using that.
I hate it
to,
even more now.
He's using that to
No.
threaten Tony Stark, but it's not even life-threatening. It's like life-threatening
Yeah.
to the villain,
Yeah,
not
yes,
to Tony Stark.
They also had
No,
Iron
they wanted
Patriot
to-
in this.
Yep.
Wait, what?
They had Iron Patriot in this movie.
Oh
Because-
yeah.
Oh, just a little while,
Yeah, because he gets a paint job, and
Yeah.
and then he's all,
I love
he's
Iron
all
Patriot.
saluting and
Yeah,
everything.
it ruined the Iron Patriot concept for me, because in the comic books, Norman Osborn was the Iron Patriot.
Okay,
I don't want Norman Osborn in the film,
all right.
but the point of Iron Patriot was that it was a political mascot.
It is
Yeah.
still. It was a political
Yeah,
mascot in
but it
this one.
wasn't.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
okay.
I guess the part that slightly I thought was not, egregious
Hated.
in the film was when War Machine gave his password.
Yeah.
He was in Pakistan, I think. And
Yeah.
he's like, quick, I need your password. He goes, War Machine rules. I thought, okay, yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
No, the only part that I didn't completely like was the when they brought in a kid, which is a very Shane Black thing to do.
Yeah.
In every movie,
The one in the
bring a kid.
garage
Yeah,
and-
the garage.
Yeah.
I could have done without all that.
Fun fact, that was supposed to be the lost son of Richard Rider, the Nova character.
Oh,
And also another
what
fun
happened to
fact.
that?
Because
props?
during that time this was before Marvel TV and Marvel movies separated. Jeff Loeb wrote a really good Nova story where a kid without a dad forgot the Nova energy star or something like that, and then he became Nova, and the first thing he did was look for his dad. So there were a lot of parallels being drawn between that kid without the dad and the Nova character in the comic books at the time, because the story was almost similar.
Right.
But
And Nova was supposed to be played by Serenity guy.
I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah.
Nathan
Fillion.
Fillion. Yeah. So I thought that was
Fair play.
Another fun fact: that kid who played the kid in the garage, who Tony Stark, gives all the tools and tech to at the end.
Is Peter Parker?
No, he also is in Jurassic World.
Yes.
He's the kid in Jurassic World, the
The
younger
first
one.
one.
Oh,
First one. Yep,
Yeah.
that's him.
okay.
So anyway, that's Iron Man 3. Maybe not the best Iron Man movie. According to like the guys on this podcast, although I was okay with it.
Better than 2.
It's better than, no, it wasn't.
No, 2 had Sam Rockwell.
no. Two had War Machine.
We had War Machine in 3 as well.
As Iron Patriot.
Well,
All right. Anyway, yeah. So the third Iron Man film in the franchise, and overall the 7th film, just after Avengers, and that brings us to Thor 2,
Thor the Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World.
Malekith.
This is a movie that I personally did not enjoy. Yeah,
No, finish it. Go ahead.
because all of a sudden you had like ships and there's what is going on, and I don't understand. I found it very hard to watch this movie. I haven't watched it recently, but I remember, really trying to watch this movie because
Right.
it was a Thor movie, and at the end of it, like the payoff was not there for me. Anyone else feel the same way?
I liked it more than Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing about Thor: The Dark World. It had terrible Earth scenes.
Yeah.
It had great Asgard scenes.
Yeah, I guess so.
When Frigga, the mother?
Frida.
Frida?
Frida?
I don't think I think it's Frigga. When she died,
I'll look it up.
They had the Viking ceremony.
I'll try to remember.
Loki being imprisoned.
Yeah.
Loki finding out the mom died.
Yeah.
That moment on the barge with Loki and Thor,
Yeah.
where they talk about the mom.
Okay. Very character,
When Thor thought Loki died proper.
Yep.
In the desert.
Yeah.
How Loki overtook Odin. These are amazing stuff.
Okay.
But when you throw in the Dark Elves and Earth, it just loses it.
Yeah, especially the last climactic scene on
the
Earth,
garden.
where the thing was coming down from the sky, and
I
then they're in
don't
front of the
get
London
it.
Museum. I'm like, what is going on?
No.
And Jane Foster gets possessed by the
Spirit of the
ether.
ether, yeah.
And then she looks very phoenixy.
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
she
yeah.
also have powers or something? No.
In the comic book, she's Thor.
In the comic
She
books,
became
she's-
Thor.
She became Thor.
It's sad, actually. She became Thor, and then I believe she was dying of cancer, and she died.
Oh,
That was sad.
okay.
But we'll never see Natalie Portman wield the hammer.
Del, anything to say about Thor 2?
Yeah, it came back to me. It's Frigga.
Frigga,
So you're right.
Yeah.
But I don't think Zainal was asking about the comic. He was asking about the movie.
Movie.
Oh, yeah, no. She's super gorgeous. I know that's a superpower.
Oh, she didn't have a superpower.
No.
Okay.
I
Again.
You mean the mother?
yeah, the mother.
She can manipulate.
No.
Natalie
I'm
Portman.
talking about Natalie Portman.
Oh, Nelly. Okay.
Well, I can't decide if I like this more than Iron Man 3 or not.
I
But
think
just
that's
to
already
spite-
an answer.
But you like
just
it.
to spite time. Yeah,
We're actually friends. If anybody believes it, Dylan and I are good friends.
No, I concur that the Asgardian scenes were all great.
They were. They
The,
really were.
The death of Frigga.
That really touched me.
Yes, it did. And then how Loki played into it, and
And
how
he
Loki
destroyed what was in the cell with him, right?
Yeah,
Out of
yeah.
anger.
Oh, that was great
That
acting.
was touching. I was like, what?
that showed again how great he is an actor.
Yeah, and remember when you first see him through Thor's eyes, like Thor sees him the first time, he's just broken and he's just sitting there, he's just spiteful of his brother. I thought this had the potential. It really did.
And also that was like the greatest representation of Loki. First, he gives off the illusion that he's doing well, and then he takes away the illusion and you see him broken.
And he had that great scene where he pretended to be Captain America.
That's not in this one.
That's the
This is the one
Yeah,
where
this is the one.
he
he was trying to brainwash Thor. And
This is Thor 2. Yes,
and it was Captain America from when he sees Captain America in Avengers.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Perhaps you'll like it if I dressed up as one of your friends."
Yes.
Like that was the line. I was like, "Wow, this is so good." And then it goes back to Earth. You're like, "God no."
Okay, so what do we think overall about Thor 2?
It suffered from what a lot of Marvel movies suffered. They're trying to build two things at once.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Ragnarok worked, because there was no Earth, there was just Ragnarok.
Yeah, it was
just that planet with the Grandmastr and then Asgard. That's it. They're not trying to do two things at once.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a disappointment, but production design and everything was really good.
And they had some really good scenes. It had really good scenes.
It had good scenes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I like it better than Iron Man 3.
Oh, definitely.
Because the production design wasn't that great.
No, I mean because the writing was better than Iron Man 3, Del.
All right, so we're gonna close this off. That's Thor 2: The Dark World. The second Thor movie, obviously. And next week we'll be talking about Captain America: Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be a good episode.
So,
Jeez, you guys are awake now.
No.
So yeah, next week is gonna be a great episode because we've got two good movies from 2014: Captain America: The Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are two movies. I mean, the upcoming movies, which introduce new directors. We've got the Russo brothers for Captain America, and we've got James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Both of whom have had-
kowtow at their feet.
Yep.
Both of whom started off as indie filmmakers.
Yep. And
All three.
TV
TV
series.
For Russos.
For the Russos, yeah. All right, so that's next week. This concludes episode 4 on this series where we talk about everything Marvel, and this is called The Road to Infinity War. So yeah, so now we're gonna move on to the next bit of the show, which is
Oi, apa liat-liat? Apa liat-liat? Hoi, 看什么看? Apa liat-liat?
Apa liat-liat? 那看什么看?
Apa liat-liat? See what see? 笑了.
Yep, it's Apa Liat Liat, which is what else we've been watching besides all the movies that we've been watching this week. Let's start off with Zainal.
None.
No,
None. I did not watch anything.
because you've been so busy.
Yeah.
We all have. How do we find the time?
No time.
No
I'm so
time.
sorry.
I've been watching.
All right, Khai. Apa Liat Liat.
Doing a Blu-ray marathon of the Terminator saga.
Okay.
Whoa.
So
How
1 to
different.
5, pretty much.
1 to 5, yeah.
Yeah. Where are you now? In the,
I am supposed to start 3. One day I will start 3.
it's a tough one.
It's a terrible one to start.
It's a bad one. 'Cause-
I'd rather watch 4. 4 was okay.
yeah, I mean, Salvation is fine.
Yeah.
Because you have Christian Bale in there.
Yeah, yes, and you got Anton Yelchin as Kyle Reese. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
A young Kyle Reese. And then he realizes that's his father.
Yeah,
Okay. HK's Hunter Killers. Anything else you've been watching?
I think at the halfway point of Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon. Okay.
That's
yeah.
a good show.
Like you, based on what Del said earlier on in the previous episodes, I think.
No, TB.
Tibby, who's
on-
not here anymore.
Tibby mentioned last week.
How dare you forget?
Yeah, no, TP mentioned this last week, but
Yeah.
Del mentioned it, I think, a couple of weeks ago. You brought it up, we didn't say anything about it. Or was it you? I don't
No,
know.
I don't
Anyway,
think so.
I checked out one episode, and I didn't know it was a Joel Kinnaman thing, and I was like, hey, he's an okay actor, he's alright. And I kind of dig it. Like,
Really?
it's cool, yeah.
I saw the first two episodes.
What episode are you at?
I just finished episode 1 yesterday.
The pacing kicks up after every episode. The pacing just gets
It just
building.
gets picked up. Okay.
It's good.
Okay. It was weird because you had the scene where he's released from prison and then the girl who he offers a cigarette to earlier on
Is a 7-year-old.
and then it's revealed that she's a 7-year-old
Yeah,
girl
yeah,
in
yeah.
this woman's
Yeah.
body, and she was like, "Mom, Dad," I'm like, what?
Wow, yeah.
That kicked me. I
And
was
Joel
like, oh.
Kinnaman, who was in Suicide Squad as Rick Flag.
Rick Flag, yeah.
Is unrecognizable in this.
No, you don't know it's him.
Yeah, it's if it wasn't for obviously his face, but you know, in terms of the character he
Yeah,
plays,
yeah.
it's very different. And
Very different. Not even RoboCop.
oh, he was RoboCop.
Yeah, he was RoboCop.
I know. I'm pretending it
All
didn't
right.
happen.
He was the
Cool.
the black RoboCop.
No, I'm the black RoboCop.
You were born to have played.
Robo Ranger.
Nikkei, apa lihat?
Okay, I watched Dead 7. I'm not sure you guys heard of.
Dead 7?
That's no.
Yeah, so it's a B movie produced by The Asylum, which produces Sharknado.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
It's written by Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys.
Is that why you're watching it?
Yeah, and it's about the movie is a post-apocalyptic western where like zombies.
Exists,
She's not making it up. I just googled
Yeah,
it.
and,
Oh my
and the
God.
cast, the cast are all
Backstreet
like
Boys members.
like 3 Backstreet Boy members, and then 2 from NSYNC, from
No!
98
98
Degrees.
degrees
98
Old
Degrees,
Town.
Old
Backstreet
Town.
Boys? Yeah. What about New Kids on the Block?
No.
No, this is from the boy bands in
The
the,
boy band
90s. From the
area.
90s boy band. Like the late 90s to early 2000 boy band.
Oh my
Did
goodness.
Justin Timberlake get a call?
No,
No.
obviously not. Obviously
No,
not.
maybe they asked him and he's like, maybe not now.
He's busy producing his new album or something.
Yo, Justin, you want to be in my...
Look at the poster.
You want to be in my movie?
Yeah.
Anybody want to see the poster?
The selling point for me was because of all the boy band, and I know it's gonna be horrible.
What? Okay,
But
what was it horrible?
It wasn't that horrible. I was surprisingly not horrible. It's just that the acting was horrible, but the whole thing was okay. It was just okay.
What's the name of the movie again?
Dead 7?
Dead 7. It's a zombie western.
Yeah, it's a zombie western. It's written by
Oh.
Nick Carter.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I think I will check this out for the purpose of this podcast.
The poster says Nick Carter, Joey Fatone, A.G. McLean, Howie Doro, Dead 7.
Larger than life. That's the tag.
That's a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes you larger than life.
Life. Anyway.
Yeah.
Was there any songs from any of their albums playing?
No, but at the end of the movie, there's a song where
They
it's
all
sang
sang.
by the boy, those members. Yeah.
Of course there is. This movie was a vehicle to the new single.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do it. Bow, 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 bow.
Oh my god.
All right, last Del. Apa lihat?
I feel like we should have saved her for last.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I finished the previous season of Voltron.
Oh,
The
okay.
cartoon series.
The animated
It's good.
series.
It's good. It got a little bit dark at some point, and that's always a good sign.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And the new season has started.
Any good?
So yeah. The whole thing is surprisingly. I continue watching season after season, and it's now the 5th season already.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. How many episodes per season though?
The first one was longer, and then I think progressively it just went like
Shorter
8 episodes, that kind of thing.
per series.
season.
Per season.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now moving on to me. I only checked out one thing this week because just like most of you, and by most I mean Zainal, we've been busy with the upcoming show, and I had to rush and squeeze in time for work and time for the brouhaha stuff. I surprisingly found the time, like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I found time to watch Justice League.
What?
Yeah, at
Why?
home here. Just to confirm that it was as bad as we said it was, and
Oh, did you guys not like Justice League?
Yeah.
yeah, we did not.
Oh.
I mean, watching it in 4K does not make it better.
Just in case.
Just in case you're wondering,
How's the mustache?
He didn't shave it well, right?
that mustache thing that we've talked about at great length on this podcast. If you don't know, go back and listen. But essentially, what it is that they had to CG off Henry Cavill's mustache.
Wait a minute.
It looks worse.
At 4G.
So
Okay.
how much did Khai like this movie?
I thought it was good. I don't think it was great because you see, like, the standard isn't that high in that universe. The benchmark's not that high, Del.
Yeah, and
So I thought,
and also there's like a couple of things that I'll show you since you're all here, but I'll show you, it could be a benefit or it could be a detriment to a film. Now that we're moving into such ultra high definition, which is 4K, I'll show it to you.
Was this the version with the 2 extra Superman scenes?
No, this is the theatrical version.
Okay.
Yeah.
For to Zack Snyder's credit, he did at the Warner Bros. Home video release of Justice League included the scene that was in trailers, where Alfred says,
he said you'd be here. Or
yeah.
something like that.
So
yeah.
the full scene was out, and I thought that was one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a film.
Okay.
Because that was obviously it was Superman,
Yeah.
but the way he arrived, and Henry Cavill obviously is now growing into the role of Superman, and he was very charming and smiling, and I thought that was Superman. Like, where was this Superman this entire time? And I thought Justice League was good. I thought some characterizations were not good, but I mean, again, the benchmark isn't really that
It's
high.
not high, okay. Yeah, so that's the only thing I've watched. Let us know what you've checked out. Any movies, any series that you want us to check out as well. You can do so via our Gmail account. That's thewhyycrew@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well. So that's gonna be it for the show this week, guys. Unless you guys have anything else you want to say.
No.
We're
Tibby's
good,
gone.
that's it.
We've done it. We've done that episode, and Tibby's gone. Tibby, if you're listening, we miss you, and we wish you all the best. Do come back soon. Yeah, he's gone. For the Wayang Crew, this is Kevin signing off. I'd like to thank all my co-hosts today, Del, Neekay, Khai, and Zainal for joining me. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.